It was a windy summer day in Georgina.
Quiet on the set, Slayton, roll cameras.
And a group of filmmakers set out to make a movie.
Yes,
Is that better?
I like that better.
Quiet on the set. Rolling. Action!
There was tension in the air. Would they ever finish this darn film? How were they going to edit it in time? Who ate that last chicken wing? Luckily, to ease the tension were other kids in the exact same position, who were all there to make a difference as well. Those 2 weeks were some of the best of our lives. My name is Jake Wilkinson, and I'm one of 64 youth filmmakers who in the summer of 2009 got the opportunity to be a part of the Anchigamen Film Project, affectionately known as WASTE. We came from all over the Lake Simcoe watershed to attend 4 WASTE film schools, and together we made 16 films. We made these films to help you shake things up, make some waves, and rock the boat. After we made them, our films went on to be part of an awesome gala at the Newmarket Silver City complex, and were showcased on an online film festival where anyone from around the world could see them. After the festival, the films were used at a conference called Where Waters Meet, and now they're being used all over the place. But I am getting ahead of myself. Slow down, Jake. I gotta show these people what the film's actually about. Okay, let me start again. As you can tell, this project means a lot to me. So it's easy to get carried away. We made this little video, Rock the Boat, to share our experiences and lay out some ideas so you can use these films to shake people awake.
I agree.
You know, break them into some new thinking. Our world is begging for change, and sometimes it feels overwhelming. Many of us have forgotten what it's like to be outside, to really feel what it's like to be a part of something as beautiful and smart as nature. We discovered that our natural world is also a great teacher. We can learn from Lake Simcoe. You know what? It felt really good to care. It felt great to be speaking out for something that our lives depend on. But here I go again, getting ahead of myself. Back in the spring of 2009, there was a promotional campaign to advertise the WASTE Film School. It was open to teens between the ages of 14 and 19 who lived in the Lake Simcoe watershed. We applied online, got interviewed, and before we knew it, we were at an orientation meeting on Georgina Island. Here we got to meet the other filmmakers and learn about the impact of our human activities on Lake Simcoe. Our lake has been calling for help big time, but we haven't even been listening.
Traditional Ojibwe belief system.
So when we began our schools, we all thought we were there to make environmental films. Well, why wouldn't we be? I mean, WASTE stands for We Are Saving the Environment. But we were in for a big surprise. One of my good filmmaking friends from Georgina, John Reed, described this perfectly.
And I didn't know where to go. And everyone was headed in different directions, and I wasn't headed anywhere. Because I didn't really have an idea that I was really passionate about. And so, you know, this last night for the planning stage, and that tomorrow we're going to start filming, and I walked downtown, and my mind was racing. I was trying to think of ideas. You know, I had my iPod in, like, I had my sunglasses on, and I was completely oblivious to the world around me. And I don't remember anything of the street downtown. And then I just started thinking, what if I could portray what's going on right now? What if I could show humanity what it's like to be oblivious by being oblivious myself? So, enjoy the film.
Well, as we discovered, you can't hit people over the head with the same old environmental messages thing. We discovered that environment is more than birds and trees and stuff. It's everything around us, including us and our lives. We had to rediscover why our natural world is important to us, and then we could express those views in our own way. So we ended up making films that come at the problems of the world from our own perspectives, and don't fit in normal genres. Many of us love to mix up the tough stuff with comedy. But this wasn't easy, as Jessica Muse, one of the directors of Evil, describes.
Upon embarking on this journey, we found that each individual had developed their own unique concept for what they wanted the film to be and what it should correspond to. As a group, I remember sitting for hours in a circle, debating and trying to compromise ideas. It was only when we took a break that a concept was pitched jokingly. It was in that pitch that everyone really stopped to think, this could work. We wanted to make a horror comedy to inspire people to laugh and keep laughing, and when they had finished, to stop and think, If villains can do it, so can we.
Yeah!
It's a killer film, absolutely murderous.
Ah! No!
And I hope you enjoy.
These films were made by kids my age. We really didn't want to go so deep and dark that we couldn't see a way out. What we did want to do, though, is get people to look around and wonder again. Like, have you ever wondered if water has feelings? Have you ever asked how often you walk by nature without even realizing you struggle to survive? Have you ever thought about how little actions can make you a simple hero? Or what a support group for those struggling to save the environment would look like? These were the kinds of thoughts that were on our minds when we made our films. I don't think any of us expected that our films would be shown at the Silver City Cineplex. That was one great night. Red carpet, getting to stand on a stage in front of a huge screen and introduce our films. We got to see all the Waste films and celebrate the journey we had taken. The journey of making films that were made to wake people up in thoughtful and weird ways. We've been really surprised by the impact our films have had. For example, at the Where Waters Meet conference. This conference brought together thinkers and doers, including some of our filmmakers and other teens from around the Lake Simcoe watershed. The goal was to come up with 2 or 3 project ideas that would help people do things differently. And hey, the films did their job well. One thing we learned is that our generation has some kick-ass ideas about how we can bring about change. We don't need to wait for anybody. Just like the film Bucket says, the power to change is in our hands. Now it's your turn. These films are great tools to come up with cool ideas to rock the boat. I mean, that is what teens do well, right? Here's how we recently rocked the boat at my school. Waste Films recently took part in a day of social justice at my high school. It was really quite simple, actually. We hooked up the projector to the computer and clicked onto www.wastefilms.ca. We then showed the bucket is in your hands and asked the question, what needs to change? Each of the students wrote their answers on sticky notes and posted them on the board under the heading, what needs to change? We then viewed evil and asked, what crazy, fun, quirky action would make that change happen? The students wrote down their ideas and posted their sticky notes under the heading, you guessed it, crazy/quirky actions. Then came the fun. We split into groups and picked one sticky note from each category. We then put issue and action together to create a cool activity and made a poster advertising it. Now don't mind my cheesy exclamation, but gee whiz did we come up with some good stuff. The really neat thing was that we were able to mix environmental issues in with other important changes we need to make. How about a cake contest to celebrate gay rights, only using local ingredients? Or how about a beach party at Lake Simcoe for the homeless, with nearby farmers providing the food? Because these actions were so different, we're going to make them happen. A little how-to is available on the website, www.wastefilms.ca, to help you use any of these films to inspire projects or actions that help the environment. That is, the real environment that includes people and people's lives. That's why we made these films. To motivate anyone to take change into their own hands and speak out for all futures. And that includes our natural world. We can mix things up and create strange, fun, yet meaningful actions. The reason for change is very serious. Water is the very source of this project. We're all connected to water in our own special ways. When we take care of our water,
we are actually taking care of everything around us. When we abuse or neglect it, we put everything in danger. We are asking you to think about how you would like to change your relationship to water, so it can be the beautiful, pure foundation of all life in this watershed.
Serious stuff. But as we learned in making our films, change can be crazy fun. So on behalf of all my fellow Waste filmmakers,
I feel excited.
Happy. I'm really excited.
Excited and a little confused.
Excited and anxious.
Hungry yet excited.
Full of creative energy.
I'm feeling fine.
Inspired.
I'm so stoked. Awesome, inspired, and ready to go.
I'm super pumped because we have an idea. We're going for it.
we hope that you join us in rocking the boat in the Lake Simcoe watershed. Check us out at www.wastefilms.ca.